In all honesty, there is always that one person who chooses to believe in you before even you can recognize your potential. So it's been a long semester of applying to different places for our internship placements. And I'm grateful that Victoria University welcomed me with open arms. So come with me as we go through week one of my field attachment. So this was our orientation from the school. Clock it. I love my little outfit, but I'm always grateful for opportunities to serve. So, of course, we had to organize and ensure things were in order. And looking back, I'm just grateful for such opportunities because 17-year-old me could never have imagined myself this way. Anyway, first things first, we had to identify our means of transport. I love the express bus, and this was my journey trying it out, the views. I was just here for everything. So, Monday, here we come, ready to attack a bag for our logbook. Who's gonna have a dirty notebook? Not me. So we had a juice break on our first day. Of course, the library was so welcoming. The staff were warm. Our supervisor was warm. Shout out to Miss Semi. Such an incredible woman. She sounded progressive, and I started to feel this voice of confirmation just by fact of introduction about the right choice I had made for my field attachment placement. So yeah, we went through the orientation, greeted people, and then tell me why we needed CPR on this taxi, please. Please give me a break. Anyway, day two, we went to another campus, and I was loving the vibes. Victoria University is such a warm place. They are friendly, and finally we go to the library. The quotes on every wall always get to me. Quick OOTD, outfit of the day for those that don't know. Cheers. So yeah, back to our library. This was my view from one of the windows. Of course, I took the opportunity to move around, familiarize myself, aka figure out my lighting spots for my videos. I hope to do more vlogs within the building. But yeah, this was a quick break, just enjoying the sun, enjoying the facility. Like, we were highly encouraged to. So yeah, back to the library. Now we were going after a task, shelving, and I felt excited. Oh my god, I felt like a librarian pro max, you know what I mean? And just an activity as simple as this made me feel so proud of what I chose to do for my internship, because I felt happy just knowing as a custodian, as in church, as placing books where I thought them best to be. Quick one, we had to run to our bus. Yes, I stand on business when it comes to time. Many struggles I've had, a boundary on end of work has never been one. So yeah, let's go experience our car bus, a smart, beautiful electric bus that does not emit any fumes, that, accommodates us comfortably. People speak calmly. And for those of you wondering how you can exist without data, I'm always on Wi-Fi somewhere. But yeah, that was the experience from my day two. And yeah, coming in next is my outfit of the day for day three at this internship, but also day two at this particular campus. I always look forward to a scripture on Wednesday morning, so I hope that comforted you. So yeah, we started by learning about stamps, starting the process of book processing. As you can see, a busy librarian behind her desk. I see myself working at such a place. So help me God, and I'm grateful for the librarians who are willing to share the different resources with us, take us through the processes. They gave me an opportunity to catalog, and it was a proud moment right here. We were using the RDS standard, also on the Koha system, and we're able to enter different fields, even in the Mark 21. There was a part of me that was so shocked by how easy things were, and I was just thinking, how crazy of me to call the other stuff so difficult. Anyway, shout out to my colleague. We'll be doing internship together. I'm grateful for the cooperation, but as you can see, we were busy cataloging, getting all those details, like the information scientists we are. So yeah, we were doing well. Shout out to Wildcat as well, because that's a new tool we got to learn. Of course, as an example, I've probably given it some I didn't even understand in theory, but practice just gives you this great experience because you get the hands-on feel and also recognize how much easier things are. So a quick break. What is a girl without her mirror and a phone? Yeah, that's me in the lift. This car lift banang story time of its own. It kept on saying things, making sounds, and I was wondering who's not turning off their phone, who forgot their reminders. So yeah, back to business. This was us continuing to learn the reader services. I checked out a book, you people. If I didn't almost step on a table to rejoice, yeah, me and my handwriting against the world, tiny, creepy as usual. But I'll call a spoon and a spade a spade. My handwriting was never good, and I'm grateful it didn't disqualify me from my field attachment. So that was me writing in the accession stamp, you people. The pride in this moment, a busy lady. Do you see her? Do you see that Proverbs woman? Understanding where to put the stamp. There was information at the bottom. I didn't want to cover our information. Clock it. Enjoy the rest of my work. I was sent to retrieve a file. This is when I understood the importance of organizing records. But I'm also grateful because I got exposed. And another perishing decision, guys, that's just a meme for us to enjoy. But that day was exhausting. And coming into day 4, I came with new energy, of course, ready to work, ready to serve. As you see us, we were continuing with our process. We had prepared our stickers. Now it was time to add them to the books. Busy lady, I tell you, busy librarian. One of the supervisors jokingly calls me senior librarian, but this was me going through the process of just adding the books to the trolley, and I thought it was fun and easy because we had a trolley. These books were heavy, let that not fool you. In fact, I need to add it as a challenge, but I'm also grateful for the exposure because this is something I would probably overlook if I was given a library to open and I hadn't gone through the internship training. But having experienced this, I know how valuable this would be and how important it would be. I'm not opening that library without a trolley, because even with a trolley, things are heavy. This is where we need the robots. Yeah, it would be nice to send a robot to take those books to the shelves they belong to, or at least to transport them, and then I can find them there and just shelve them. Another thing that stood out to me was the use of AI in libraries. Biggest reason why I chose Victoria University is because they are progressive. Yeah, they are progressive as an institution, as a library. So right there, as we were pushing books, I kept on thinking about the fact that we used AI when classifying the books, not entirely, even cataloging, but not entirely neglecting the process. Like, I could see the value of a librarian even while working along with AI, because I needed to fact check, I needed to run between tools, enter different fields. So AI was only an assistant, and in this way, I saw it as a tool. So we're able to figure out where we would put these books. Another challenge presented to us by our incredible supervisor. I should ask whether I can mention their names, because I mean, if they can train interns this well, how much more for like formal workshops or in schools of LIS, and they need to train librarians to be. So yeah, the photos kept on going, shelving the process. Of course, a very busy lady, but this is how we're able to avail the information resources to the different users who would be coming in. Clock it! Did you read that? I am proud to be part of a space that introduces you to its space with such a quote on its wall. Anyway, I don't want to hear any supervisor saying there's no teamwork. Please, we were working together, as you can see. Coordination, communication. So yeah, work continues, life must continue. So yeah, while at the library, I kept on as, oh my god, I asked questions. This is my character trait. People, I don't know when I became an asker, but if there is one chokehold God released me from, it's to keep things to myself. So ever since God released me from that chokehold, we can always ask away. Anyway, we continue to organize our books. Another fact I learned is that we always leave room on the shelves on which we place books, because a library is a growing organism. Yeah, that's Ranganathan's fifth law. I also used to call it Ranganathan because I searched it first. I think those that listened to me just looked and laughed. People, I wasn't pretending in case you come across this video. It's just how I heard it first. So yeah, next I created a user profile for a Patreon. First it was a dummy profile and then I went ahead to create a real one. And this was me just fact checking, being busy. Can you spot that book in the corner? I love that at the library. I'm able to access much more information than average. Like, I'm always around information. I can equip myself with knowledge, with information. I can make sense of whatever I feel like. I know this coming week my aim is to look more into AI while I continue with my self-help book. But a break for this business lady. Do you see that outfit? Anyway, I got a spot for our Bible talk. Yes, I'm a disciple first before being a librarian. So we had an incredible time with our Bible talk. We had guests. It was fun. Just a quick discussion online. Also, this is my invitation to everybody out there to join us every Thursday evening. So yeah, next day, here we come, Friday. Yay! I wish this was one of those Fridays where Fridays are last day, and so it's time to get in. Bambi, me breathing like a goat. It was because I'd chosen to take the stairs all the way to the library. That's